You should be so proud of yourself.
Which is not what you say. You cannot tell someone else how they are feeling or how they should feel. You're listening to Squeeze Limes, where truth stings, laughs heal, and nothing's off limits. I'm Tyler, the daughter.
I'm Robin, the mom. And if life gives you lemons,
We're squeezing limes instead.
so grab a seat, open your mind, and get ready to laugh or cry because we're not here to play nice.
We're here to get real. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Squeeze Limes. We're here to live our juiciest lives and help you live yours. So please stick around and hear all the wonderful episodes. If you like anything, please leave a rating and a review. That is our trusted way of growth here for Squeeze Limes because we are so small. That is our direction at the moment. So please help us out if you're able to do so. And we're going to jump into parenting and grandparenting and how that's kind of looked different over generations. And I am a mother to one, almost two. We're very excited. We're expecting baby boy to come in May. And here is my own mom.
Hello, I'm Robin from Squeeze Limes. Very excited to have another under my belt of being a grandma. And when we first started, we did an episode about kind of funny, but grandparenting and parenting and showing up for your kids and your grandkids and what grandparents think is crazy, what their generation is doing, just like my mother and my grandmother thought things that I was doing were crazy, like it's unnecessary kind of thing. However, I was I felt very strongly about those things, and um
And then I feel very strongly
right,
about my
as you should,
things.
and
Yeah.
and again, like we have, I mean, me, I should just speak for myself. I want my kids to be smarter than I am and was, and
Yeah.
as a parent, and so like that's the whole point. I believe in like
Mm,
raising people that like let them do better, let them.
right.
So and things are changing all the time.
All
So
the time.
and research is changing all the time, and so it's just again, like knowledge
Right.
um is powerful to have, and being respectful of our people that we made into this world, brought into this world and raised them. And there were a whole bunch of comments that happened from that show because I think there was a few miscommunications or misconceptions about what to say, what not to say, what can be detrimental and what is not. So I think we should just cut to it so people can understand what we really meant.
Yes.
Okay.
So one thing that we said was talking about how we're so proud of our children and the correct terminology of like what to say. And the typical response is, I'm so proud of you, which please continue to say that to your
I
children,
think
to
people,
your
yeah,
relationships. If you truly, genuinely are proud of someone for doing something, by all means,
of course.
go ahead and say it. Now, the mistake that I think we made, or that was just heard in a way without our intention, was when you say you are so proud, technically, it's about you and your feelings towards whatever they have accomplished or done, whatever. And then it got mixed up with, instead, you say,
You should be so proud of yourself. Right.
right,
Right. So
which
that
is not what you say. You cannot tell someone else how they are feeling or how they should
see what I
feel.
mean? This is very confusing for all of the
So,
grandparents.
so to make it all easier, number one, continue to say if you're proud.
Of
It's
course.
great. It's beautiful. It
Makes sense.
makes sense. You're instilling pride and hoping that they reflect in that. Now, if you want your child or grandchild or whoever in your family to be reflective and um, internalize their own feelings first about how they did rather than getting gratification from how other people think they did. Um, the point of what you say, depending on what they've done, is how do you feel about what you just did or accomplished or the process that you took? So let's say a 5-year-old is coming up to you with a art picture that they made. And instead of saying, I'm so proud of you, this looks really good. Instead of that, and please, like, if you want to say that, then say that, whatever. The point of this millennial parenting that is happening right now is that 5-year-old came up to you with that artwork and you say, wow, tell me about what you did.
Right.
How do you feel about what you did? In hopes that that is triggering and helping them learn a reflective process of, oh, let me take a step back and think about the work that I just did to create this
Right.
and feel pride around what I just accomplished
All
or
on my own.
all on my own without the external validation. That is the whole purpose of that piece is the external validation we're trying to eliminate
Right.
and make it an internal validation. So as they grow up, it becomes,
I have it.
I'm so proud of myself. I can do hard
Self-esteem,
work.
self-worth. Yeah.
Yes, it filters into so many areas of building confidence for our young ones. So again, you can say you're proud
And you could say good
and
job and you could say that's amazing and you're awesome. But
totally.
then and in conjunction, ask them to what they think and maybe there's a story there that you can go on and then they build their own worth and that's not coming from anyone else, which is why a lot of people are sitting in my office is because they didn't get that piece because it was all about the song and the dance and then they just didn't feel it so they're empty. So it makes sense.
Right.
Truly.
Well, even people in your office of like, oh, my parents never told me they're proud of me. Like,
Well,
yes, that's like such a big thing that you should be expressing to your children how you like that you're proud of them. And those people also were not taught to self reflect and see how they should feel about
no, that's what
themselves.
I'm talking about. Not that not
Oh, okay.
oh, that's the only thing I'm talking about is that
Oh,
because
they didn't get that self
generations
reflective
have
piece.
never gotten the they didn't parents or grandparents whatever didn't go further in the conversation. They're like, good job, on to the next, good job, you're amazing, you're great, it was what a performance, amazing, and all those
Mm,
accolades they come from others, which is again a good thing to do.
and
However,
yeah,
and a very important part is to help them form that habit of speaking for themselves and where they got ideas and or colors or a dance or whatever it is because it matters
yes,
to them. We
right.
don't see that part. We just see the end result and we're clapping.
Yes.
Get it? This is why we're here right now.
Yes. So like yes, the process is more important than the product. So especially if it's an art piece or they did a show or
Right.
they played a soccer game, really talk about the effort that it took to get through to that accomplishment because that is the piece that is more important
Totally.
than the
To a human
result.
being. Right.
Even if they failed at whatever they did, if they lost their soccer game or if they, messed up the lyrics in the singing contest, whatever it is, you, help them reflect and internalize the hard work and dedication, the skills that are needed to pursue and the skills that are needed to, um, what's the word?
Acquire,
No. Um,
persevere.
Yes, to
Yeah,
persevere, to bounce back, to be able to continue moving forward
right.
is just as important.
Yeah, if not the most important
Correct.
part. Yes, yes. So
Yes. So
that's
don't
our correction.
say, don't say you should be so proud. Several people came up to me after that episode
Yes, yes.
and they were like, you should be so proud. I'm like, wait, what? That was
But
not
I
to
so
say.
so okay, so let's just talk about that for 1 second because there are people that I say that to, meaning like, "I just did this. I just passed the LSAT. I am going to medical school." And I'd be like, "Oh my god, that's amazing. You should be really proud of yourself for all that hard work." Like, "Oh my god, that's outstanding." So, I think in context, it matters how you actually deliver that.
It it matters on the relationship that you have.
Okay. Okay. I
If
don't know. I still
if the
think that
relationship is also a teaching relationship and help, like, as in you're a parent and you're helping raise a human being. I mean, you're literally building them from the ground up. Like, then there's more intentional ways to say certain things to instill the skills that will help them long term.
I suppose, yeah.
If the relationship is a friend, fine.
You're looking at it as like I would be telling if I said you should be so proud of yourself. You're looking at it like I would be telling you how to feel. That's not my intention. Meaning you just did this great thing. I guess instead of saying, "Are you so proud of yourself?" Like why would I say, aren't you
No,
proud of yourself?" Like that's weird too.
if
I wouldn't
so,
say any
let's
of
say
that.
it's like your client
Okay.
and they
Well,
came
that
to
is
you.
different. That's different. But let's just say it's you.
Okay, if I came to you and I'm like, I just passed my ACT.
I'd be like, "Amazing, that's amazing. You worked really hard. You should be really proud of this,
Right.
whatever,
So
the past."
instead, because you are my parent, you're not instilling the skills that you would hope I would grow to acquire in my life. So instead, you would say, wow, that's amazing. You really worked so hard to get to this place. How are you feeling about it?
Oh, okay. Okay. That's fine, I get it.
But
I mean, I
that
said
but
all
that's
those things except
instilling.
for you should be really proud of yourself that you worked this hard. Fine. It's a matter of verbiage. I'm a fan of
Correct.
changing a few words to get the message out in a different way, so I'm hearing you.
Right,
I
like,
really am.
because one piece is you're validating me externally,
Right.
the other piece is helping me process what I just did,
Right. To
and then
100%.
to think about, "Wow, I did just do all this hard work. Oh, wow, I just did this whole process. Oh, wow,
Right.
yeah, I'm really fucking proud of
Right,
myself."
right, 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 right. Okay, so I get it. So it's verbiage. It does
It's
matter.
verbiage.
Yeah, great.
Um,
Well, this is all we have to say for our correction from a year ago or whenever it was, September. Is that it? I mean, is that all we have?
that was really the
Like
correction we
what we
wanted to make.
really want for you guys to do, anyone that's listening and anyone that has questions or comments, please bring them and we're going to start like just doing these like very short like answers or corrections or acknowledgments.
Opinions.
Yeah, our opinions. All right, thank you so much for joining Squeeze Limes. Take care for now and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Be sure to follow, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a good squeeze.
Of course, everybody needs one.
See you next time on Squeeze Lives.